Hi guys, this isn't my normal setup, and I don't have my normal microphone, but I've been studying out Colossians this morning and just wanted to come on here and remind you guys of the simple gospel, remind you guys of the simple truth of what Jesus has done for us. So I'm going to read in Colossians chapter 2, and there's a few places I'm going to read. I'm going to start in verse 13. It says, "And you who were dead in your trespasses and the uncircumcision of your flesh, God made alive together with him, having forgiven us all our trespasses by canceling the record of debt that stood against us with its legal demands. This he set aside, nailing it to the cross. He disarmed the rulers and authorities, and he put them to open shame by triumphing over them." And if you go down a little bit more, because Paul is speaking to this body of believers, because they've been deceived by a works gospel. They've been deceived by mysticism and all of these other things that they were taught to be made righteous through their own works. And so if you go down to verse 20, it says, "If with Christ you died to the elemental spirits of the world, why, as if you were still alive in the world, do you submit to regulations? Do not handle, do not taste, do not touch, referring to things that all perish as they are used, according to human precepts and teachings. These have indeed an appearance of wisdom in promoting self-made religion and asceticism and the severity to the body, but they are of no value in stopping the indulgence of the flesh." And here's the thing. Sometimes you and I can become deceived as well into thinking that there's something we need to add to the simple gospel, that there's something more we must be doing to earn righteousness, to earn our salvation. But the reality is there was nothing we could do. There was nothing we could do but have faith. And the law was to show us how holy, how righteous God is. But then Jesus fulfilled the law, and he made a way for us, because we could never live up to the standard of holiness that the law speaks about. We can never master the law. We can never fulfill the law in our own willpower, in our own strength. And yet these people in the book of Colossians, they were trying to do just that. So I want to get on here and remind you guys today that if you feel like you are just in this mode of denying yourself, trying to earn your right standing with God through your efforts, through what you do, I wanted to remind you of the simple gospel, and it is that Jesus died for you. Jesus died for you. And it says in what we read earlier, he forgave all our trespasses. He canceled the record of debt that stood against us with its legal demands, because the word has legal authority, legal power. But when Jesus came, he fulfilled the law. He fulfilled it for us, and he canceled all of our record of debt, all of our sin. And so now we still are not perfect people. We still can't measure up to this word. We can't live it out perfectly. Even Paul said that, there was a war going on inside of him, because he desired in his spirit to live out what the word says, but he realized he couldn't do it. His willpower was not strong enough. His flesh was weak, but his spirit was willing. And so just remember, Jesus already did the work for you. All that's left for you to do is receive it in faith and believe it. Receive his grace, receive what he's done for you, and just walk it out. There's nothing more to add to it. You cannot add to the gospel. The gospel is enough. What Jesus did is enough for you. So I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I'm just so encouraged reading through Colossians today for myself, and I know that it's going to encourage someone on here.